Yo, what's up guys? This is Midnight Wabbit and welcome back to another video, and today what I have for you guys is another episode of my Legendary Weapon series here on Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and what I have for you guys today is a legendary rocket launcher known as the Cryophobia. It's a legendary Maliwan launcher, and it's always cryo element, as you can tell by the name. Has increased freeze, so you can see like a 31.9% freeze chance is pretty high. This is the one I'm going to be showing you guys the gameplay with. This is a level 50 version. The drop you guys are seeing I think is like level 36 or 38 or something like that. 37, somewhere around there, because I got it during my playthrough and I was trying to level up my claptrap to level 50. So I just happened to get that during the actual playthrough, but I'm still going to show you guys the route to get to the boss to farm this. Now, this I'll show you some gameplay and I'll show you what makes it unique in a minute here. But first I'm going to show you guys how to get it. To get this launcher, you have to travel to Pity's Fall, which is actually where I am right now. So I'm not going to be able to show you guys the traveling, but it's this location right here in the top right corner. And you go here, and the guy we need to kill here is one of the main bosses in the game. One of the main storyline bosses called the Bosun. He's the guy in the giant flying chair, or whatever, with the shield. This is the route to get to him. I'm going to kind of speed this up a little bit. And you can see right there, those blue barrels, those celebration barrels, drop a unique grenade mod called the, what's it called? They had it in Borderlands too. It's called the Contraband Skyrocket. It scales to your player level. So the damage of the grenade is always based on your player level. It doesn't have an actual level. Like, you can use it on any character. You could use it on a level 1 character if you wanted to. And it would scale to your player level. Or if on level 50, it would effectively work against level 50 enemies. So I just happened to get that as a drop there, just to let you guys know if you want to get that. Those blue barrels with the vault symbol on them, the dark blue barrels, they look like almost like shock barrels, but they're dark blue and they have a vault symbol on them. Those barrels, every time you blow one up, they have a chance to drop that Contraband Skyrocket, that unique grenade mod. And it just happened to drop there, so I just thought I'd mention that. But this is the guy you have to kill. He's really not very strong, and he is a flying enemy, so I'm using the Ak or whatever, I think is what it's called. Or it's what I usually use. I'm not sure if I was using it here. It's what I usually use to kill him. It's that one legendary Oz kit that I've already talked about during this series, where it spawns flak around airborne enemies. Like when you shoot them, you can see right there those explosions around him. So yeah, I am using it. He's not that hard to kill. Once you take out his shield, he's pretty easy. But even his shield really is not that strong. He's annoying. He's kind of annoying to hit sometimes because he keeps flying around. That's why I like to use like an Oz kit like this, or have like a really accurate, like a Hyperion weapon, like the Fatal or something, to kill him. There are a bunch of these enemies. Sometimes a little bit too many scabs around him, in my opinion. Like, you want to be able to get a second wind, but you don't want to get shot from behind every 2 seconds, which is what seems to happen with these guys. They seem to shoot you in the anus every 2 seconds when you're not looking, when you're actually trying to shoot him. I feel like it'd actually be a lot easier if there weren't any other enemies. I think it'd actually be a lot easier to kill him. And even though he's like, you'd think he'd be like armored or something like that, but he's actually not. So he's not fire resistant. He is still considered a flesh enemy in the game. So you can see this fire laser still takes him out pretty quickly. And there you see the Cryophobia does drop right there. You can see this is a level 37 version. The one I'm going to show you guys gameplay of is the level 50 version from the beginning of the video, but it's because I want to show you guys the max stats and stuff. The cool thing about the Cryophobia is when you shoot it, you can see the projectile explodes. You can't really see it there, but you can see it explodes multiple times in midair. So you can see, like, during its projectile path, the projectile like explodes in periodic intervals. And as it continues down its path, it'll just keep doing that. So like, it's pretty good for like room clearing, something like this. Especially, the best thing for this is there's a couple of places, I think it's in like the veins of Helios or whatever, where there's like a really long hallway with a bunch of Lost Legion guys in there. If you shoot this down the hallway, you can pretty much freeze or kill most of those guys in there, because you can, because of how closely the explosions are, you can hit an enemy with at least 2 explosions, maybe 3, depending on how big they are. If you have it laterally, you want to have the you don't necessarily want to aim exactly at the enemies unless there's only one. If there's more than one, you kind of want to aim to the side of them. The explosions will catch them like 1 or 2 times. Now, the damage listed on the item card for this gun is the damage of each explosion. So technically, its effective damage potential is much higher. Its output damage is effectively much higher depending on what kind of enemies you use it against and how you use it. It's a lot higher than what's listed on the item card, because that's for each explosion. So it'll just explode like 10 or 15 times, which can like multiply the damage by like 10 or 15 depending on how big the enemy is. or depending on if you have like a large group of enemies, is probably what I would recommend using this gun for. This isn't one of those launchers where it's like guaranteed to get you an insta kill if you get down to revive you or something like that. But it only consumes 1 ammo per shot, so it is pretty ammo efficient as far as launchers go. I mean, unlike something like the Nukem, which usually has like a 2-round magazine and takes 2 ammo per shot, so that's always, and it has like the longest reload time in the game. So that's not really ideal. This thing has it has a much quicker reload because of my class mod, but it's still, even without the class mode, the reload's not too bad for a launcher, considering it's a launcher, and considering it's relatively ammo efficient. The reload speed is actually pretty good. So even if you don't have a class mod that increases your reload speed or any kind of skills or anything like that, it's still very good. And yeah, that's about it. I just got a little bit more gameplay to show you guys of this thing. It's a good launcher. I definitely recommend if you guys are going for like all the legendaries in the game or something like that, or you want if you want a good cryo weapon, you want something that'll freeze enemies, because of the fact that it's an explosive weapon, like the actual projectile has a 31% chance to freeze them, unless you have an increased elemental effect chance, which I think I do because I'm using the Gladiator. With my Elemental Empress build, which I have on my channel if you guys want to see. That's my elemental damage build for the Gladiator. It actually is really, really good. You can have a video on my channel that shows you the build, and it shows me soloing the raid boss with that build, and it's actually pretty good. But anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you have not already for more legendary weapons guides, tips, tricks, other kind of stuff, just some general Borderlands content. And right here you guys can see how many times the projectile actually explodes in midair. It's like gotta be like 10 or 15 times. I mean, you really don't have to. If you shoot this down a long hallway, it will definitely overshoot your target. It'll go way past where you need to go, so you don't have to worry about that. But anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Good luck getting this gun. It's pretty beastly. And I will talk to you guys on the next episode of my Legendary Weapons Guide. Peace.